France will fancy their chances going into the Euros. They're in a group with the Dutch, Austria and Poland. It's actually quite a tough group compared to others, yet they're still favourites to advance to the knockout stages. For more on France's chances, let's welcome in, shall we, our French expert, Julien Laurent. Jules, you must be loving life going into this tournament. France are absolutely stacked, aren't they?
Yeah, it's a good squad, of course. There's the best player in the world in the end, Kylian Mbappe. There's, I think, very likely the best national team head coach in Didier Deschamps, certainly what he did in the last 4 tournaments, taking this team to 3 finals. It's pretty special. So, of course, I think the optimism is there. Maybe the biggest weakness is that sometimes we can take things for granted, like in the last Euros when we were 3-1 up against the Swiss with 10 minutes to go and we thought this is easy. Let's look forward to the quarterfinal against Spain. And in the end, they came back and won on penalties. So we'll have to be careful. But yeah, on paper, I think we deservedly are one of the favourites.
Can I ask a stupid question, Craig?
Oh, well, do what you normally do.
Is it better in some ways that they've got a tougher group in that you kind of have to focus straight away to come together, as opposed to other groups that we've discussed previously that, let's face it, you don't have to be at 100% to top?
Yeah,
That might be your best question ever.
Well, it's not difficult.
yeah, I think so, because it's not a given. And I think it focuses the mind. And any sloppiness, like Joe's mentioned there in the game against Switzerland, and you just take the eye off the ball and it gets away from you. And so, yeah, they can really set a stall out in this group and get up and running and get the momentum going. And I think that's important. And so it's a group that they're clearly, and I think most people would recognise they're probably going to win it, but they're going to have to work hard to do so.
It's a proper team, isn't it?
It's a proper team. I always think when English guys talk about England, I think they're very insular. You know, you could look at that French side and people say Pickford, Mike Magnon's a better goalkeeper, Harry Kane, Kylian Mbappe, Phil Foden, Griezmann. It's a stunning side. I think Jules is right. The only thing that might hinder them is if they go into this tournament like really cocky and really confident, like they can walk. They've got to make sure defensively, and when they haven't got the ball, they still do the right things. Because going forward, if they play with proper intensity and a proper pace about how they can play, they should win the tournament.
Jules, do you think the fact that everything has been sorted for Kylian Mbappe, we now, of course, know he's a Real Madrid player, does that help him coming into this?
Yeah, I think massively. I mean, remember, he had a tough second half of the season from February onwards, basically from the day he told PSG that he was going to leave at the end of the season as a free agent. Then he played only 50% of the minutes between then and the end of the season. So there was a lack of rhythm. I think there was a frustration from him. The fact that the transfer was announced that early, in a way, just took a lot of weight off his shoulders. And we saw him the other day in his press conference before one of the first friendly match that France had. He was smiling, he was happy, he was so relieved. And also, it's not just that, it's the fact that he's a Real Madrid player now. He will be soon, when from July the 1st. And I think this just makes him really, really happy and really excited. And this is a big tournament for him. One, because he's the France captain, and this is his first tournament as the national team captain. And this is big. Everything is around him. So this is Zidane in 2000. This is Platini in 1984. This is where he is at now, really. And the second one is, this is his first competition as a Real Madrid superstar, as a Galactico. And I think the last thing he wants is to have a bad tournament and people start talking and there's this and that and okay, but maybe this is not the signing that, all of that. No, he doesn't want that. So he wants to deliver and be really at the top for all those reasons. And again, he knows that a win in these Euros brings him even closer to the Ballon d'Or. And again, let's not forget, in a season where he won the domestic double, which is okay, Champions League semi-final, they should have gone to the final, they didn't, that was a disappointment. Winning the Ballon d'Or is also one of his dreams. And if he wins the Euros with France and he shines here in Germany, it would be his.